Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of our Footy Fantasy podcast at the Footy Fantasy Towers. And we have Nathaniel, a new guest on Milan fan. Thanks for coming on. And Dayo, Bayern Munich fan, who's been here before. And we're all here to vent partially about how some of our clubs are becoming sleeping giants. Maybe, maybe not. So our topics for today, actually, this is a European season review. We're going to kick off questions on UCL match of the season. What was the best goal of the tournament? Dark horses in the top five teams, top five leagues for next season, and out of all the favorites five leagues, who do you think will have the best Champions League next year? And season Nathaniel is new. We'll start with you. Nathaniel, what was the best match for you in Champions League? Group stages or knockout doesn't matter.
The best match, I'll have to say Manchester City against Tottenham, just because of the emotional roller coaster that was in place, especially because of the goal that was disallowed with the VAR. That's something
Yeah,
that's gonna that's something that everybody's gonna remember years from now.
right.
And it was a fun game, very attacking minded, scored a lot of goals, and then the drama was at the very end. It all crumbled up at the end. So I think it's a match to remember. Beautiful goals, very entertaining. So I'll say I'll go with Man City with against Tottenham.
Absolutely. That I agree. I agree. Dio, what about you?
Yeah, I think I agree with him too because that game was crazy from the beginning. I think we had three goals in the first 10 minutes or something like that,
Yeah.
and they both sides just forgot about defense, and they all went for it. So the drama went on to the last minute, and even with the VAR, one thing when City was playing that day, even when it got to like the 92nd minute, you felt okay, there'll still be one last attack. This game is not over. So when that Sterling goal went in, nobody in Tottenham even complained because they thought, okay, the VAR, the offside thing happened like maybe 10 seconds earlier or 5 seconds. So
Correct.
everybody thought it was over. They were all lying on the floor, agonizing. Guardiola was running all over the field. And now they just put that thing back. I saw one guy made a video of it and put like the Titanic soundtrack. Yeah, like it was that
I
much.
I agree. That match for me, that was what I had picked too. I mean, just to add to you guys have made all the points I was going to make. I guess the last part was just for me the finishing, the quality of finishing in that game. Apart from obviously the last goal, which was what, but the last allowed goal from Lorente, the quality of finishing of the six goals, including the disallowed goal. My goodness, it just made me look like the quality of those two teams, the level of finishing on both sides of each goal, that was amazing. That is probably the last time I've seen a Champions League game on both sides. It's usually one team that finishes well and that's gone like that, where both teams are finishing goals like sharpshooters. Everybody in that team just was just on their game that day. That was a beautiful game. I agree also. I missed it live and saw the replay. And even when I saw the replay, I was still I still was tensed up. I'm like, man, what kind of game is this? There was tension watching the replay. That was amazing. I agree. To stay with Dio,
And I think Ajax Spurs return leg two was very close.
that was a very good game too. Yep, that's a good shout. I agree. So what's your best goal of the tournament, Dio? Stay with Dio.
Mane versus Neuer.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Are you being sarcastic?
Yeah, like he made a fool of the whole defense. When they sent the ball,
Mhm.
he cut out. Kimmich wasn't playing on that day, so it was Rafinha that was deputizing a right back. So he caught Rafinha on. It was Rafinha should have pushed him outside, but
Yeah.
he came on the inside of Rafinha. Neuer came with his like I'll rush him off the ball. He was so calm. He just controlled the ball, did a 360 on Neuer, and he was still calm again to float the ball in the net. Like that was a quality strike.
I agree. I agree. I mean, I feel like this season was Sadio Mane's coming out party. If there's anything like that, this season was his full coming out party. That yes, have arrived as a deadly finisher. Yeah, I used to create. I used to score in spurts. I used to be inconsistent. This season was where the ball dropped for Sadio Mane. I agree. Nathaniel, what was yours?
Um, I'm gonna say Messi against Liverpool, that free kick. I mean, that's something that you're gonna remember. I mean, Mane against Neuer, it was a good goal. I remember that. But like years from now, you're gonna remember that goal. The way the ball just came out of nowhere, like the wall. It was a bunch of tall guys. It came out of the window and then came back in. It was pretty good. Another one was Coutinho against Man United. That was a nice one too.
Oh, that was
But I'm not gonna remember that years from now. That Messi free kick was deadly.
I I agree. That Messi free kick, I remember watching that. Like I was at work. Literally, my work is on a place that we have TVs, no volume, but everybody, literally all of us, like 5, 6 people stood up when we saw that free kick. It's like the way that ball bends. It's like
Yeah.
then yeah. So another good shot for me though, that I picked out apart from that Messi was Tadic against Madrid. It was more of a team goal, but man, the way they dissected
In
Don't
Antonio.
every
don't
match.
throw.
Bayern, with the Bayern team that won in 13, I guess. I think that's what the team, my Vikings team. Really dissected Real Madrid in that game. I'm like, whoa. Yeah. Yeah, that Tadic goal was superb. The way he hit that ball, I was like, yeah. For me, that was my, goal of the tournament. Or I guess a good shot for goal of the tournament. Dark horses in the top 5 leagues. Nathaniel, stay with Nathaniel. What are your thoughts about that?
How which of the tournament favorites had the most disappointing UCL outing? Is that what it is?
Uh, Oh, okay. Yes, that's true. Actually, did I write that wrong? Yep. You're right. Which are talking about? Yeah, that was the third one.
Right. So I say because of the expectations for everybody in the whole Europe, I'll say Juventus because they lost against Ajax, a very young team, inexperienced team, although very talented and skilled, and they had a very good run in the UCL. Because of the expectation, nobody expected Juventus to go out like that against Ajax. So, and everybody in Italy, even my friends, were telling me, "Oh, Juventus is gonna win. Juventus is gonna win." For them just to drop that game like that, I said this is the biggest disappointment. I was expecting Juventus to make it all the way.
Okay. Good shout. Good shout. I agree. I agree. I mean, I kind of picked it, just because when I saw them against Manchester United, I saw that get the group stage. I mean, group stages you can't put much weight on it. I agree. But when I saw them against us, despite how, because I feel we've been awful this season, I was like, if we're making Juve struggle this much, especially in the second leg, last couple of minutes, and I'm like, but I didn't put much weight yet because I was like, okay, maybe they'll took their foot off the gas. But when I saw the way Ajax was playing and how they struggled, I think the previous round against Atletico on one leg, they struggled so much. I was like, I don't think these guys can be Ajax, but yeah.
But at the same time, Ronaldo came back and said, "I'm a big boy." 3 goals against Atletico.
Correct.
So everybody had that. Okay, we got Ronaldo, we got that insurance, and then boom, they
That's true.
lost.
That's true. But
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. That's a good shot as one of the biggest segments. Dayo, what about you?
Well, I'll say Juventus also because there were a lot of disappointment this year, like Real Madrid. Uh, I didn't expect Atletico Madrid. When was the last time Atletico Madrid considered 3 goals? And they were conceding to Juventus,
Yeah.
Bayern Munich, and Barcelona, of course. Uh, I think Juventus is still the most disappointing. It would have been, but I wouldn't say Barcelona because before the match itself, before the whole fixture, the first 2 legs, I was on that show and I said I think Liverpool to actually.
Correct. Yeah, we
But
did.
after the fourth leg, I thought, okay, maybe any decent team should hold a 3-0 lead and not lose it to a team that doesn't have their best attackers, that didn't have Firmino and Mane. So maybe even in the context of an individual game, Barcelona losing 4-0, losing a 3-0 lead and going out 4-3, that might be more disappointing. But Juventus generally, everybody felt Juventus should handle Ajax.
Correct. And that was that was the reason why they got Ronaldo. The
Yeah.
sole thing they wanted to do was win Champions League. They said it. They wanted to do it. They got to the final year before. They bought arguably the best player, in the tournament the year before, and like, okay, this is our time. And they just failed. They didn't even get to make it to the semifinals. So that was disappointing. I agree. Yeah, that's what I picked also. I remember the other shout here, the Messi, like Barcelona throwing away 3-0 lead, obviously PSG losing to Manchester, a very poor. I mean, I'm very glad to say we're very poor Manchester United side, probably the poorest Manchester United side in Champions League in the past since I can remember, and they lost to us. So very meekly, like they showed PSG showed very weak mentality. Very very weak mentality against
Even
them.
the team Manchester United put out on that day,
Yeah,
Manchester United generally was weak this season, but
correct.
the team they even put out on that day
That was
was
the
even
weaker
super
side.
weak.
Yeah, weak B/C team. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was very weak from PSG. Staying with Dayo. I guess you guys. I hope I'm right. The next question is dark horses, right? Do you guys have that?
No, we don't.
You
I
don't?
was the current which current champion the top five league are favorite for next year UCL.
Okay, we just use that dark horses as like last, whatever off the cuff question. Okay, so let's see that. Which of the current favorites do you think will do well? From your opinion.
Well, okay, given what happened this year and the moves people are gonna make in the off season,
Mhm.
I will expect. Okay, Guardiola has won 2 back-to-back league. Now, winning the third league is not gonna make any difference for his legacy in Man City.
Correct. I agree.
So the only thing he needs to do to make to make a difference from what he's been doing before is to win the Champions League. So Man City should be one. Then Juventus too. Given the disappointment of last year, they've gotten Sarri. They are still. I still believe they are going to make some moves in the market. So I will expect. I want to pick Juventus again as the favorite for next year because Man City. I think Guardiola will put up a good challenge. I think it's still going to crash in the semi-final.
Okay.
Maybe it will make a step further the next year, probably crash in the semi-final because it takes time to build the pedigree to finally win. So maybe might get to the semi-final this time around and just
Okay.
crash up. But I still think Juventus is the favorite for next year.
Okay. Good points. Nathaniel, what do you think?
As much as I don't want Liverpool to get 7 Champions Leagues. I think that right now the stars are all aligned for them. They have the pedigree,
Okay.
and they're showing us who they really are in that 4-0 against Barca
Okay.
at home without hesitation. I'd say Juventus also because of Ronaldo. Ronaldo is a winner. They have the same team. They're probably gonna make some additions, and they just lifted the ban for Raiola, the super agent in Italy.
Yeah.
So his ban was lifted. So I'm expecting some surprises to come through for Juventus. So they're gonna be a strong side. But I say Liverpool and Juventus.
Okay.
But mostly Liverpool because of what they showed us. I was really really impressed. I was surprised, and that they're only gonna get better next year.
Okay. I agree. I agree with all those points for sure. Yeah. I mean, City, Juve, Liverpool, Barca is a weird one. I think they've got stronger with Frankie De Jong. I don't know if they get delete. It looks like he might go. I don't know where it goes. If they get delete, also, I think they get stronger also. And Messi, Messi,
Griezmann.
Messi always do Messi. If they get Griezmann, so I have one of those feelings. Yeah, I think Juve, but I have one of those feelings that the winner will come out from Spain. Because Barcelona and Real Madrid like to outdo themselves, and it looks like right now both of them are trying to outdo themselves, like making strong statements, purchases, like they'll probably get back Pogba also Real. So it's gonna be interesting. He might go to Juve also, who knows? But I think he's most likely going to go to Real if he goes this season. They let him go this season. So I guess the last off the cuff question, dark horses, and I can kick off my dark horse, not to jump the gun. I think one of the major dark horses I think for next season is Dortmund. Um,
Tottenham,
no, Dortmund. Borussia.
Dortmund. Okay.
Lucien Favre is, I know Dayo probably knows all about this. He's a very good manager. He's had a history of building great attacking sides that just always find a way to at the final minutes they cannot get over the hump. Either they burn out, injuries, inexperience defensively, they just find a way every time. He has a history of always doing that, but he's a great attacking coach, and he's trying to make moves because I think defensively, Akanji, Zagadou, those guys, experience, composure. I don't think they're there yet. I'm hearing rumors. I don't know if it's true. They're trying to get Hummels back. I don't know if that's a good move because Hummels looks over the hill, man. And I don't understand what that kind of deal was, but maybe he might be that guy that might help them. For me, that's my dark horse, Dortmund. Just because of their purchase with Julian Brandt now, Sancho, Marcus Royce, Paco Alcacer, Weigl. They have like exciting young people in that. When I watch them, I'm like, these guys are about to blow up. I mean, they made a more experienced Tottenham side, I think, and Pochettino masterclass that knocked them out the second round. But I think that's my dark horse for next year. And who wants to go first? Doesn't matter. Whoever is ready to go first.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
and if you have the same, it doesn't matter. You can just say your point. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, for the dark horse, unfortunately, I think no dark horse is gonna go far next year.
Oh,
the strong team are getting very strong. They are getting very strong. So I don't see how a Dortmund. Dortmund, I agree with some of your points. They did a lot of transfer business already.
So this is my opinion. I say go far. I'm saying maybe quarterfinal is a good move.
Okay.
They get to quarterfinal or semi. Semi might be tough, but quarter or semi for me. I'm not expecting to find a dark horse going all the way. I don't expect that. That's my opinion.
Well, okay. If that is, maybe I'll say Antonio Conte and Inter Milan. Did they make the Champions League?
They did.
Okay.
They managed the fourth or the last day, right?
Yeah. Antonio Conte, maybe he wants to make a statement this time around. He has never made this Champions League semi-final before, so and he has a lot of points to prove to everybody that he still got it. I heard he's trying to relieve Man U of the burden of Lukaku. So,
the trampoline. My goodness, that guy.
So he's trying to relieve Man U of Lukaku. Maybe get some more 1 or 2 decent buys there.
Yeah.
The luck of draw, and Conte likes to play as the underdog, like deploys 3-4-3. Maybe if he's lucky with the draws, he can get to the quarterfinal, which is a big improvement for Inter Milan, regardless, because they were almost forgotten too, and maybe they are coming back this year. Regarding your point with Dortmund, they got Julian Brandt, they got Torgan Hazard, which is good for the attack. They needed some depth in attack because they were so dependent on Royce last year, and when he went down injured, all those boys were a little bit too young. Jadon Sancho, Bron Larsen, Max Philip, those boys are too young and too inexperienced to handle it. So Royce was their main man in attack, and when he went down, they couldn't do it. So I felt what I think Dortmund should have done, they should have gone all out in January and gotten maybe Hazard or Brandt, which they got in the summer. Maybe if they had gotten those 2 guys, they could have won the league. Now getting Hummels, they have Akanji and Zagadou. Zagadou is 19, Akanji is like 23 or 24. They're still too young.
Correct.
So they want to use Hummels maybe for the next 2-3 years while those guys mature under him. And maybe get the final hurrah from Hummels for 2 years while...
How old is Hummels?
30, 1988.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason it was like 34, 35. That was like okay, 30.
Yeah.
That's decent then.
Yeah, I thought it was older too.
Yeah, he's 30. Him and Boateng are the same age. So Bayern is trying to get rid of both of them. So if Hummels go there, Boateng wants to go into his Jay-Z fashion show, and that didn't go down well with Bayern. Last year, I wanted to move to PSG, being the fashion capital, and he has an apparel right now. He has all this fashion magazine. He wanted to go deeper into it. The Bayern, Uli Hoeneß and Karl Rummenigge didn't like that. So they said it's either he faces his football or he does his fashion. So he just started. So PSG presented a bid like 40 million on the last day, and they were like, we could have taken that deal, but if you are bidding for a defender on the last day, if we sell him, then we are short in defense. So they turned down the bid, and Boateng started sulking all through the season. Even when we won, he didn't join us to celebrate. So it just worked out. So they were like, you can as well go right now. So they are trying to get rid of Hummels and Boateng. Hummels will go back to his Dortmund, probably go back to his Dortmund. This is probably the fourth time he will be going between Bayern and Dortmund. He started from Bayern,
wow.
went from Bayern to Dortmund, then back to Bayern, now going back to Dortmund again. So, well, what it is.
Nathaniel, what do you think?
I was gonna say Conte just because he's Inter with Conte because he's a winning mindset coach. He has a winning mindset, and no matter where he goes, he succeeds. But history doesn't favor him when it comes to Champions League. So maybe they can make it up to the quarterfinals,
Okay.
semi-final maximum. But I don't like them to see past that. You know, last time Inter won the Champions League, the Coppa Italia, and the Serie A. They won't let us rest. They won't let us rest. But they even to today they're having party about the triplet. They call it the triplet. It tripleted. So they're always having parties about that. Always having parties about that. So I would hate for them to make it all the way to the final or anything past semifinal. Maybe I can give them quarterfinal. I'm a hardcore AC Milan fan, so I gotta stick to the good side of Milan. You know, I'm actually good friends with Mohamed Galon. He used to play back in the days with Ronaldo. So yeah, so he tells me about all those parties all the time and things like that. So Conte is a great addition for Inter. So maybe they can do some just to showcase Italy because the only team in Europe we got left is Juventus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have AC won the treble before? Just a side note.
No.
AC Milan.
No.
You guys haven't won treble. Ah, okay. So that's why they will hold on to that the triplet.
Oh yeah.
Nathaniel,
Makes
do you realize you're in Inter Milan colors?
No, this is purple, my guy. I'll never do that. I'll never do that. This is purple. It's dark, but it's purple.
Oh my goodness, that's interesting. This is just pop up. We just do a quick pop up quiz and we'll wrap up the podcast. So, which former AC Milan player was the top scorer in the 93-94 season and became that's a giveaway when I say this. I just thought about it again.
George Weah.
No, they did what and became what?
Became a EPL manager.
Which former AC Milan player became
That was top scorer in 93-94 season.
Season in Champions League or League?
Champions League.
Wait, repeat the question, John.
Which former AC Milan player? Top scorer in 93-94 Champions League season. When you guys won it, you beat Barcelona 4-0. In 94 with Fabio Capello. Also became an English Premier League manager. I just thought, okay, there are many of them. That's why I said, okay, it's not a giveaway. There are a couple of them from that team.
It's not Baggio. It's not.
Nathaniel, let's let Nathaniel start. It's me on the podcast. One chance. Count down. I'll start counting down. You have 20 seconds left.
Former AC Milan player. Repeat the question.
I lie. Former AC Milan player, top scorer, 1994 season. And
wait, 93-94 season in Champions League?
Yep, sir.
Okay, and now he became an EPL coach?
Yes, he was an EPL coach.
I'm ashamed to say I don't know.
Dayo.
Former AC Milan player?
Correct, sir.
And he was playing. Was he playing for AC Milan then?
Yes, in 1994 season.
Okay.
For the Champions League?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me try. Okay. Yeah, player. Okay, Viali didn't coach in EPL, did he?
He did.
No,
Viali? Yeah, he
but
coaches.
Viali didn't play for AC Milan.
Didn't play for AC Milan. Ronald Koeman, did Koeman play for AC Milan?
No.
Okay, who could be Masaru, Savicevic, Desailly?
Sorry. Let's take this back. I think I threw the question wrongly. Former
Ah.
Sorry. So a player that played the 93-94 final, but
Okay.
between Milan and Barca, EPL coach and was the top scorer in Champions League. That's the question. So he played for either Milan or Barcelona.
Oh, Koeman.
Koeman.
Oh man, you threw us for a loop there, man.
Yeah, because I was saying, okay,
my bad. 8 goals. Come on, both of you are right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking when did Koeman play for AC Milan?
So this one is going to be a hard one. Let me not use that one. That's EPL. You guys are not EPL guys. This one is too easy. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. This is such easy question. That I will just get down before I even say it. I'm not gonna do it. Never. Okay, I think this one is good. This is a good question. Which Chelsea player scored 3 times against Barcelona in the Champions League? Although Chelsea still lost 6-4 on aggregate in 2000 Champions League.
Torres.
Options. Huh?
Go ahead.
Option.
No, don't give options. Sorry, on the floor.
Okay. Since that's what 1-0 because both of you got the last one, so you cancel each other out. I'll look for that one. These questions are too easy. I don't like that. Which match is the highest scoring match? This is for you, Nathaniel. Which match is highest scoring match in Champions League history?
Do I have how many strikes do I have?
Just one, but I'll give you options. You just have to get the scoreline. Is that aggregate scoreline?
So the total was
I'll give you options.
Man, Liverpool beat Sparta Moscow in 7-0. I don't know what year it was. It was 7-0 that beat Sparta Moscow.
Can I give you an option? Monaco, where Dado Presso scored 4 goals. 8-3.
This guy.
8-3. Oh, wow.
This guy. Are you sure you're not looking at something? How do you put that out of your head? 8-3.
Well, I think Dado Presso scored like 3 or 4 goals, 4 or 5 goals on that day.
Okay. This is the last one. And I'll let so that Dayo at least can get one. This one is easy. I said Dayo so that Nathaniel can get one. This is a Nathaniel question. Dayo, you don't need to say anything. Who scored twice for AC Milan as they gained revenge over Liverpool in the 2007 final in Athens? If you don't know this, I'll just take your AC Milan card immediately.
Graceful.
I give you a Bournemouth fan on the list.
It was graceful.
Are you sure it was Crespo?
Thank you.
Are you sure it was Crespo?
What do you mean? 2007. Wait, was it Shevchenko?
Where's that Bournemouth jersey?
Was it Shevchenko?
I'm changing your title immediately. I'm a Bournemouth fan on the group.
Was it Shevchenko?
Inzaghi.
People.
Kaka gave him 2 assists.
He scored 2 goals.
Wait, but the final in Istanbul, Chris will score now.
Yeah, that was 2005.
I said when you guys get revenge. When you guys get revenge, 2007. 5 was.
Oh. See, I have nightmares about Istanbul, so it's in my head.
Okay, well, we've come to the end of the podcast. Thank you guys for coming on. This was fun. If you're watching this video, give us a like, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all our social media handles are at the end of the podcast.